All right, here we go. So working our way backwards. And so we've got a problem where we're given the cosine of 50 degrees, which we don't know 50 degrees, and cosine of 10 degrees, we don't know that one either. Minus sine of 50 times sine of 10. We're kind of stuck here. But using what we've learned, we can work our way backwards and go, hey, wait a second. I know that when I have the cosine times cosine minus sine times sine, that was one of the formulas we were just using. And so what is, let's go through and figure out our angles here. And so my A, or actually I've been kind of lazy, my alpha here is 50 degrees, and my B, which I've been calling B, but it really is beta. My beta is 10 degrees. So let's work our way backwards. And so when we had uh, something that began with cosine times cosine, that was one of our cosine formulas, where it was the cosine of alpha and beta, and we had to think through, well, hey, was that going to be adding or subtracting right here? And remember, cosine, it's the opposite of whatever's happening. So this one is subtraction. So in our kind of original formula, it would have been addition. And then this here would have given us the result we see here if we're thinking of alpha as 50 degrees and beta as 10 degrees. So knowing all that, we can move our way backwards. That's going to be cosine of alpha, which is 50 degrees, plus beta, which is 10 degrees. And so really that all just says that the cosine of 60 degrees. And that one hopefully we're pretty familiar with, and that's going to be 1/2. 1/2. All right. Here we have radians, but same type of problem that, hey, we've got sine times cosine and then added to cosine times sine. That's not exactly how we're used to seeing it, but hey, wait, if I'm multiplying two things together, it doesn't matter what order they're in, right? Like, for example, 3 times 4 is the same thing as 4 times 3. They both give you 12, correct? And so if we're using that reasoning right here, we could think of this as being, well, sine of pi over 12 times cosine of 5 pi. Sorry, let me rewrite that. Cosine of 5 pi over 12. And maybe that helps you recognize, well, that's when we had sine of alpha plus beta. So what is our alpha? Well, our alpha here is going to be 5 pi over 12, and our beta is pi over 12. All right, so let's work our way through. Switch over to green here. So we're going to have the sine of 5 pi over 12. 5 pi over 12 plus, or sine uses the same. If it's addition, it sticks with addition. If it's subtraction, it stays with subtraction. So plus our beta, which is pi over 12. What is 5 pi over 12 plus pi over 12? Well, that's sine of 6 pi over 12, which reduces down to 1/2. So sine of, sorry, not 1/2, but 1 pi over 2. So half of pi. And what is sine of pi over 2? And it's 1. So there's our answer. It's just a very long and ugly and confusing way to write 1. So hope that helps, and see you in the next video.